We
Well,
could do so much catching up. But oh, she's got the
sure.
wine. Damn. All I've
I'm
got.
pouring. Look,
Great.
I just worked my last shift before Christmas. I
Congrats.
had my I wore my hardest pants today, so now I had to put my softest pants on.
It's a Christmas treat to be able to watch a silly movie and feel like you were there on the couch with me because the commentary I was making was
Ugh.
exactly what we would be making together.
Yes, that would have been really nice.
Yeah, but another time we will.
Yeah. I also
Um,
feel like you
yeah.
and Kira are sort of like responsible for me like even dipping my toe into this genre. So in that way I especially wish that we had been together to watch it.
Ugh, we'll have to look forward to the future. Welcome to Lights Camera Remake, where we decided to watch one of many, many, many remakes of A Christmas Carol. However, it's a little different this time, Erica. Introduce us to this movie.
Well, instead of Carol, it's Karen. Because Karen is the one asking for the manager. Carol would never ask for the manager. She's too meek.
When A Christmas Carol is redone, it's literally just the same story with different actors.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there's Muppets. But Erica,
Yes.
turns out the White Claw was actually a Truly, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Oh.
So, Erica, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so looking off of Wikipedia, how many cinematic adaptations of A Christmas Carol have there been?
Okay. I'm going to say 39 because that's how old Karen wanted to pretend she was.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. You're very close. It's around 35.
Damn,
35
whatever.
cinematic
Okay.
adaptations. However, there's like 100 adaptations listed. This includes film, television, stage, animated specials, etc., etc. So
Yeah.
this is
okay.
one of the most remade stories ever.
Which is why I'm so over it.
I think I saw that there was another adaptation coming out, and I'm just like, guys, really? Unless you got something new. I mean, after
Dude,
Scrooged,
something original.
can anything be
Yeah.
original after Scrooged?
Yeah.
My dog. Bailey, no. Come here.
Mouthy little girl.
Bailey's sparking through the door.
It was kind of hard for me to like put down A League of Their Own and watch this movie for this episode because I got really into that series for a second and I'm like still waiting to finish it.
That's a great movie.
Although the movie is great. I love the movie. I'm talking about the series with
There is a series.
Abby
I forgot.
Jacobson and Darcy
Yeah.
Carden and a few other notable folks.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, what have I been watching lately? Stranger Things, obviously, like everybody else. I just started the Percy Jackson series on Disney Plus. That's an interesting adaptation too, because like I know I saw the movie. I think they're hitting some of the same story beats, but in different ways. So I'm kind of interested to go back and see what's different. But that is a story for another day. I gave Erica the choice, and when she came out with this, I was like, all right, let's do it.
Again, you and Kira, for some reason, have this genre a little stuck in my head now. Not that I've seen a lot of them, but I guess I've seen like a handful so far.
Yeah, but you got into like a groove of watching these kind of movies. I shouldn't
I
say
did
these
for a
kind of
second.
movies because I keep equating this to a Hallmark Lifetime movie, but it's in the same, I'd say it's in the same budget range and the same kind of camp range. But
yeah. It's not Hallmarky though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that it's definitely got that like independent film feel where like the color processing isn't quite professional looking.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to dive in too fast, but
So I did take notes while I was watching, and most of it was just quotes of dialogue.
yeah.
A Christmas Karen is a 2022 Christmas film. It is a trip. Directed by John Binkowski and Lisa Eno Smith. Written by John Binkowski and starring Michelle Sims as Karen, the titular character. And yes, I said titular. On IMDb, Erica, this got a 5.1 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes, there is no tomato meter because only 5 critics reviewed it. It has a 63% popcorn meter. I tried to look it up on Letterboxd. I couldn't figure that out yet. I literally just signed up for Letterboxd today.
Yay, you're on Letterboxd now.
Yep, I'm going to start actually putting reviews up. I'm excited about it.
Yay.
I couldn't figure out Letterboxd, but what I did try to do was go on Facebook, and you know how there's a bunch of Facebook groups for film crew. One of them is Crew Stories. There's movie set memes. There's a bunch of them, and a lot of times film crew people will talk about their experiences on set for different movies. So I'm
Yeah.
like, tell me somebody's talked about A Christmas Karen, because it's like so buzzworthy, right? Well, I didn't find any of those stories. However, I
Oh.
found a handful of reviews from just random people who found it on streaming services like you did, and they were all very favorable. They all
Oh,
liked the movie.
they enjoyed it. Okay.
Yeah. I think the common denominator was it was just like, it was nice. It was funny. I laughed. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm being cynical because I did not like this movie. However, I think there's something to be said for sometimes my yuck is somebody else's yum. My opening line for this was going to be, there are movies out there that will surprise and delight you with their cleverness and their quality. This is not one of them.
Oh, there are a couple of moments that I will go to bat for, though.
Yeah, I think that's
We
worthy
can
of
get to
note.
it
And that's
later.
why I'm not really kind of crapping on the entire movie because like I've worked on movies in this budget range and yeah, they are scrappy. They still take a lot of passion to make.
Mhm,
Sometimes
totally.
more. But yeah, I get it. There's still value to a cheaply made TV movie or cheaply made streaming movie, and I get it. So yeah, A Christmas Karen, for anyone who's not following, is exactly what you think it is. It's a kind of Hallmark-esque film minus the shoehorned romance that involves a Karen learning the true meaning of Christmas. It takes place in Celebration, Florida, and I'm like, of course. It's a meme turned a shallow characterization who boozily learns the lessons of Christmas while offending everyone around her. It's a modern retelling of A Christmas Carol. Actually, it's more of a retelling of Scrooged, so it's like remake Inception. Yeah, the OG Christmas Carol was a novella written by Charles Dickens. It's actually pretty readable for a modern audience. I remember reading it myself. Did you also have the feeling in that opening shot? Do you remember the opening shot? It's a wide shot in a neighborhood, cookie cutter neighborhood of a child selling hot chocolate in a little stand, and it takes an interminable amount of time to happen. So
Like the whole scene or just that shot going up to
the
her?
shot is almost the whole scene. That's how long the shot is. It's
I
a
guess
wide
I didn't
shot.
notice that for some reason.
So this wide shot is showing a child with a hot chocolate stand instead of a lemonade stand, and she's singing Christmas carols or something, and she is approached eventually by Karen, who you do not see from the front. You don't see her face. You just have her back to you as she's talking down to this child, and she's like, do you have a permit for this stand and like all this stuff. So
Mm.
she's being the most, but you're not seeing her face yet. You don't see her face until the child eventually runs off. The child, I think, is Maya, who is important later.
Nia.
Nia, sorry. Shows how much I remember. Nia's the Tiny Tim of this story, and
Oh.
yeah. So we eventually see Karen turn around. We get her finally in a over the shoulder / medium close up, and she steals hot chocolate from this child. She's all proud of herself for getting a hot chocolate for free. Karen, it's like $2 at Kroger. Like you didn't have
For a
to
whole box of the
for a
packets.
box of Swiss Miss, okay?
You could
So she's proud of
buy
herself.
real chocolate and go make yourself some like homemade real hot chocolate way
Yeah.
better than this kid.
You could spring for the big marshmallows. Like you don't have
You're
to.
driving a Hummer, okay? We know you can afford the groceries.
So
Ridiculous.
yeah, we get some character developments here. She tells us that she watches Judy Justice. Of course you do. I like Judge Judy. Don't get me wrong, but like
Oh yeah, no, nobody's dissing Judge Judy.
no, Judge Judy, OG. The scene in the cafe I thought was actually pretty good.
With the waiter?
Yeah, there's a waiter, there's a barista. She's with her friends. I don't remember anything of what they're talking about.
They don't really show a conversation happening with
Oh,
them.
yeah,
It's
it's
just
nothing of substance. That's right.
she's just like, dish the dirt, girls, and then like
Yeah.
I don't even know if they even respond actually.
Yeah, so Karen does go from scene to scene, usually offending people. I guess because this is her girls, she doesn't do that here. The only person she would offend is the waiter, who quickly finds out from the barista that they have a way of dealing with Karen.
She just takes the coffee and, well, quote loose term, because if you heard the order, it's not coffee anymore. but but
Shots
yeah, she
fired.
takes it and pours it from the mug into a to-go cup and is like, "This is what I do every time," and that's fine. And then you see her
Yep.
driving with it a few minutes later, and then she's like, "This is better."
Yeah. Karen
It's
says,
like
if you
the
made it
same
right
drink.
the first time, I wouldn't ask for you to take it back. And apparently they do this all the time. So the barista's just like not even worried about it. She's like, whatever, we do this all the time.
That customer does actually exist in the world.
Mm.
And I have actually dealt with the intro scene too, but not in the context of a hot chocolate stand. It was a commercial I was working on.
Oh, really?
And we were in a neighborhood, and we had one of our PAs at the entryway of the neighborhood. Oh my God, words. And this woman pulled up, and our PA kind of waved her down and was like, "Hey, we're filming, here's what's going on." And this woman like lost her shit and was like, "You can't keep me out of my neighborhood. I have to go home, blah, blah, blah." And our PA was like, "You can go home. We're not keeping you from your house." Like, she started yelling about permits and stuff. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I felt so bad for her. Not the lady, but the PA.
Oh, of course. It's always the PA that's getting crapped on by some angry person in the neighborhood who's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing here? And they always
Yeah.
look at us like we're doing something bad. I'm like, what do you think we're doing? I had
It's just a tampon commercial.
that's my line, because the typical line is it's a mayonnaise commercial, because the idea is no one will ask you. They're not interested. If somebody's in on the joke, they'll say Dukes or Hellman's, but you usually say mayonnaise commercial. But when I was filming, we were, oh, you weren't in Savannah, dang. Well, you were on that season of that reality show.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And we were in Savannah, and it was busy. It was like tourist season, and we're
wasn't
filming
it the middle of summer?
I believe I don't remember, but I just know that the crowds were pretty intense, and our cast is
You were in
outside.
downtown Savannah.
Yeah, well, we're in Touristopia there. Our cast was sitting at a table having lunch or dinner, and doing a scene as we do in reality TV. And there was some drunk guy who came up behind me. I have the camera on my shoulder. I am filming the scene. It is happening right now. This man is whispering in my ear. Actually, no, he doesn't know what whispering is, because he's 3 sheets to the wind.
Yeah.
He is shouting in my ear, "What are you filming? What are you filming?" And I couldn't ignore him hard enough, so I just went, "A tampon commercial!" And then he just walked away and turned white. Like,
Also, he can also see what the camera is pointed at.
they always want to know. Here are the 2 questions you get most: what are you filming, and can I be in your movie?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I've
kind of
experienced
wild.
both of those.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely have experienced that. I filmed a little dog. There was someone walking a dog. A little dog hopped up on a stone wall and was just like scampering along. It was the cutest thing, and I got it on the long lens. It was really cute little piece of B-roll. Something transition-y that we'd go from commercial break, cute shot of dog, city, boom, we're in a scene.
Sure.
The guy who was walking the dog came up to me, and then he's like, "Hey, you didn't get a picture of me, did you?" And they always say picture for some reason. These are moving pictures, sir. But I'm like, no, I just,
There's a lot to unpack there, Bridget.
I'm like, I know. I'm like, "Oh, sir, I got a shot of your dog. It was super cute. I hope that's okay. If not, I'll, And he's like, "Well, if you got a shot of me, I'd have you delete it." And I'm like, "Okay." And he walked away, and I looked at my assistant that day, and I'm like, what the heck is that guy's problem? Is he in witness protection? It was weirdly intense. So, takes all kinds.
Okay, I have a serious question for you, though.
I'm ready.
What the fuck is Happy Gel?
Oh my God.
Is it lube?
Yeah, it's lube.
It was supposed to be hand sanitizer, I think.
Okay, so she like put what she thought was hand sanitizer on her hands, or was it somebody else's?
On her friend's hands, too.
That was a little too far. I don't know.
Also, why do people just carry tubes of lube around with them? Like,
She does.
she's not even dating anyone. Like,
So many questions. I literally wrote in my notes, happy gel?
I did too. I wrote, what the fuck is Happy Gel?
Other than that comment, Karen basically hits all the cliches. I mean, her name is even Karen. Like, they didn't
very
even name
stereotype
her anything
heavy,
else.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even know her last name.
She's also in a grocery store at some point, and she makes some weird comments. Someone thinks she said something really racist. She says something like, I think, borderline racist at some point. And then she says something about decrease the excess copulation. I think she meant to say population, which is from the original Christmas Carol, where I think Scrooge was saying, you know, we need less of these poor people. Like, but it's so shoehorned in here, it didn't fit. And I had to play it back a couple times, and I was upset because the freaking streaming service wouldn't back up the way I wanted it to. So I kept having to rewatch a scene. But yeah, that was a weird one.
That one made sense to me, though. It was like it's like if that was a line with the word population in it from the original, what they're doing is doing a play on it, because she was asked if she wanted to donate to the women's shelter, women and children's shelter, and she was like, abstinence, people, decrease in excess copulation.
I think you're right. But I would like to note that one of her character traits is just wino, because she just has a wine glass all the time.
I
mean, when in Rome.
As our resident wino, I'm offended.
I'm doing Truly lemonade. Thank you very much.
I think that's part of the stereotype, maybe.
Is it?
Especially with that wine glass that holds an entire bottle of wine.
That's what I was going to say. She literally pours an entire bottle of wine in this giant wine glass. This wine glass is big enough to house a goldfish.
That's not
enough. And
a
roommate.
I can see that being like, adds to the stereotype with the woman with that haircut she has, like...
It's the haircut, it's the vibe, it's the coffee, it's the talking down to service workers. Yeah. I mean, she hits all the marks. It did get tiresome for a while. But I will tell you where it got better for me was when her old boss, Jackie Morley, shows up. And Jackie has passed away. She is a ghost at this point.
As of 20 years ago, apparently.
She's basically the Jacob Marley of the story. She's covered in chains and what looks to be a chastity belt. It's a weird
and they call
sexual undertone here.
They have a fun nickname for her, too. The ghosts do. They call her Coochie Chain.
Coochie Chain!
Which I do think is funny.
Because she was a bit of a hoe. And she's telling Karen that she needs to live a better life. And because she didn't live a better life, now she is... doomed to carry these chains of her sins and all that. And then she says,
never gets to do it ever again.
I was never married, but I was always with a married man. So, I mean, around this time, Jackie had a few good lines. I knew that she was, this actress was killing it. She was doing a great job. She is played by Megan Maroney. She did a great job. Like, I really liked her. The VFX that introduced her, very wonky, little concerning. But I liked her
but probably for the budget, Yeah.
Honestly,
not terrible for the budget.
I honestly,
or what I'm assuming is the budget.
We are assuming a lot. You never know. This could have been a cash shelter. This could have been a tax write-off. So yeah, so I think that was good. I think it would have been better if they went all practical effects for a lot of this stuff. But hey, they worked with what they had. Now, Jackie died of a heart attack at Karen's party, I guess 20 years ago.
I feel like I just saw her eating bacon-wrapped tater tots and, taking all of them.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she did take all of them onto her plate. And I'm like, girl, at this point, if you're going to be that person, just take the plate that they came on, okay?
Tips from Bridget. I did think it was kind of fun when all of them are spilled on the floor and you see the hand come in the frame and pick one of them up.
Yeah.
But it was the guy she was talking to. That wasn't Karen's hand.
No, that was funny though. So there were some moments of humor that really shine through that I did giggle at a few of them. For one thing, when Jackie tells Karen, "You're going to be visited by spirits," Karen goes, "Yay!" And then Jackie's like, "I mean ghosts." Because Karen thinks she means booze. So at this point, I was thinking that this movie looks and feels like a DCOM movie, like a Disney Channel original movie from late 90s. Low budget, slapstick humor, so-so VFX, but like there's moments of humor. So it felt very DCOM to me.
Well, okay, so then Gary shows up, whose name we don't know until later. But yeah, Gary was super fun. He was messing around with her a lot. That was fun to watch. And then when they're in the bathroom, they're not the bathroom. It's like the third place that he wants to take her to, and he's like, now to see the last part of Christmas Past, you're gonna have to grab my, and he pauses, and it's like, the word that came to my mind immediately was ass, because it rhymes with the other words.
No, that was, Gary was a pistol.
And then he was
like Gary.
He like turns around and bends over for her to touch his butt, and he's like, and you gonna have to hold on real good. Like,
yeah, because Gary is the ghost of Christmas Past, showing her past events and stuff. You know, we all know this story. In order to go to these certain memories, she has to touch something, touch his hand, at some point touch his belt, touch his chest. Yeah. And then if she lets go, she boops back into her regular time period, which can end up dangerous because she popped into the middle of a road at one point. But yeah,
the belt was actually what she had to hold on to instead of his butt.
Yeah, but he set her up for that. He did it on purpose.
Yeah, he was messing with her.
Gary is a very fashionable gay man, by the way.
He is. He's, the part in the bathroom where they're both in the stall and like arguing, and then the two younger ladies came in and we're just like, what's happening in there?
The dialogue that they're overhearing is just so suggestive. Like, no, you gotta grab it. No, you gotta move. No, you're doing it all wrong. And they just like,
I'm not a contortionist. Won't you just get off?
I mean, pretty funny. The dialogue was pretty fun.
Yeah. There were some weaker points in it, but yeah, I think there were also some good moments too. One of the weaker points, and maybe it was the acting, but the scene where she's in Christmas Future with the Christmas Future ghost in the grocery store, and everyone's talking about her funeral, but she doesn't know it's her funeral they're talking about yet, and they're like, you know, ugh, do I have to go? Blah blah blah, and it was just, I felt like the dialogue between those, or amongst those four people, was a little cringy. It wasn't smooth.
Yeah, around then is when I fell asleep. I fell asleep at some point during this movie. And I woke up at the very end, something about a skateboard. I might have fallen asleep again. So I will admit I forgot to go back and watch the end. Ghost of Christmas Present was a delightful Australian woman named Joy.
Is she Australian?
I think so. I think the accent might have been Australian. And she was a delight. She stole Karen's robe and made that be the thing she had to grab onto in order to travel. Grab onto my robe. My robe. My robe!
I found it and put it on, and therefore it's mine.
Yeah. And she drives around in a golf cart. Honestly, for low budget humor, like, this is all stuff that was accessible. Like, that's cool. I can appreciate that.
Yeah. I even enjoyed I enjoyed the few outtakes in the credits too.
Yeah, that was actually kind of delightful. I kind of miss seeing that in some movies, you know. Sometimes the bloopers are funnier than the actual movie.
Yeah. Sometimes that's true.
Yeah.
Which I think is the mark of, like, how much fun did they have making that film, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like with Happy Gilmore 2, it's like, I that looked like a really fun movie to make, but watching it was and I was such a huge fan of the original, you know, it was a disappointment.
It was fine.
It was fine. Exactly.
You know what?
It was
fine, and it had over 70 cameos, and it felt like it.
Yeah.
70. Like, I didn't even know half of these people. I had to look up a list. But yeah, I feel the same way for most of these things that come 20 years later. Like, usually it's going to be a little bit disappointing because no matter what you built up in your head, it's never going to be the same. Mm-hmm. It doesn't stop us from loving an original, but, you know, I rewatched Jingle All the Way recently.
Oh, I've actually never seen that one.
It's fun. I watched it as a kid. I really liked it as a kid. Watching it as an adult is a trip because you realize just how Arnold being a high pressure businessman makes no sense. But it's funny because the movie basically plays on like the early like Elmo craze and the Cabbage Patch craze, where parents would like get into fist fights to get their kid the hot toy of the Christmas. Like, I don't think we've had a time like that in a while. And
Yeah, it's been a minute.
if I can just give people one piece of hope for the future, it's yes, you should deck someone in the face for a child's toy. It's the right thing to do.
That's what Christmas is all about.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Dude, I remember the Elmo thing, the Tickle Me Elmo. I worked at Target. I was in high school all the time, and I was working at a Target, and it was ridiculous. And I even lived in a small city. Like, I wasn't in a big city at the time. It was like, I actually literally hid one time.
Oh, I don't blame you. I saw recently news footage from back in the day when the Cabbage Patch craze was going on. And this one mom's like, well, it's not the one I wanted, but this is the one I got. So, and like they were just being handed random dolls because the demand and the supply were not coexisting.
So yeah, back to A Christmas Karen.
Back to Karen.
So then we find out she has an estranged brother who is gay and is now married to his partner. It seemed like he must have been dating him for a long time because he was the delivery man in the salon the day that Jackie, or Coochie Chain, died. I don't know if you like picked up on that. He was the delivery man. I didn't realize that the first time I watched it.
I did not realize that. No.
Also, you may or may not have noticed the package that he brings in to deliver has a piece of tape on it that has the delivery company's logo. Mm. Do you remember this detail?
Is it Quick as a Dickens or something?
Close, but no. It's Packin', and the P has been like made to look like a dick and balls.
No, that ain't right. Oh,
that's so funny. I mean, this is one of the things that I was like, okay, I see you guys. You're like putting in the Easter eggs.
That's actually okay. That's funny, but like, wow, that's wrong.
And then because Jackie, or Coochie Chain, like tries to reject the delivery.
I love that you won't name shame her. She is Coochie Chain. You're right.
I mean, I think it's kind of badass, actually. I know they mean it as a joke, but
she's so unapologetic, and that's like why her character really shined first for me was because she was just so brash and so matter of fact, and she had some great one-liners, and Coochie Chain was lit.
You did good.
Okay, and then we get to the Ghost of Christmas Future, right? Which is the skater boy.
He's a goth. He's not wearing makeup, so maybe he doesn't count as a goth, but I was like, that's really funny.
I like the choice.
But maybe just skater boy. But he's wearing all black, and he's got kind of like the...
Okay, he's a little bit of both. Yeah. But he's just kind of this guy. He's not imposing. He's not like crazy. He's just like... It's very matter of fact, just like, yep, it's me. All right.
Joy told me when she was done with you, and now I'm here, and right on time. Okay, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Or whatever he says, I don't know, but...
yeah, and then of course we've got our little B
I did
plot.
like him.
Yeah, he was fun. He was sweet. We also have our B plot with the family next door, Nia's parents, who are, up to their eyeballs in debt and medical bills because Nia has leukemia. The whole thing that she was shown in, I guess, present was that the fact that they can't afford toys and they can't afford her medical bills and they don't know how they're going to make it day to day.
They're choosing between food and medication.
Yeah, so that's...
Which unfortunately is a reality for people.
That stuff still hits home, so I can see why they chose that kind of storyline. Mm-hmm. I guess in the original Christmas Carol, it's just that the family was like just struggling in general, and that's and Tiny Tim like had like a bum leg or something, or maybe it was implied that he had some sickness and that he wouldn't make it. I mean, you could die from a cold back in the day.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, in the original though, like Tiny Tim's dad works for Ebenezer Scrooge, right? So they're connected in that way. In this way, they're just neighbors, which...
Less of a direct correlation to them being destitute because of her, but it's because she's so abrasive and argumentative and just outright mean to the child who just wanted to sell hot chocolate or, go about her day and sing Christmas carols. You know, the fact
she
that
wanted to sell hot chocolate
grief.
To help her parents with the money they need.
Oh, I would have bought hot chocolate. What happens in future? She does see an image of her funeral, and everyone's like, I don't want to be here. Like, I do wonder if there was a more extreme version of
Mm.
this to be had. Because, I mean, they are playing with extremes. They're playing with a lot of, dick jokes and sex jokes and coochie chain jokes
Stereotypes.
and stereotypes.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if they could have gone even further with that. But you're going to have to help me with the rest, Erica, because around now is when I fell asleep.
Okay, so yeah, they start with her realizing that there's a new family in her house, and that's how she realizes that she has passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only like a couple weeks in the future, apparently, according to Damon.
Something we forgot to mention, depending on which ghost she was with, is whether people in the past, present, future can see her.
Yes.
Because that was funny. In the first, was it the first piece? They're like, no, they can see you. I don't know why you just assumed they couldn't. And then it's like, no, that's Gary's thing. They can't see you here.
She accidentally clotheslines that kid.
That was funny as hell. Yeah. So okay, that was a pretty good little twist on that whole they can't see or hear you thing. But at one point, it's like,
Yeah.
no, they can see, hear, and feel you, and you'll get in trouble.
Yeah. And I
So,
think
okay,
with
sorry.
Joy, it was like if you let go of the robe, then they can hear and see you. But if you hold on to it, they can't.
Yeah. What? Wrap this movie up for me, or
Because
whatever
you were
other
sleeping
points.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I was really tired. I did a lot of yard work that day, and I thought I can get through a movie, and then I got really comfortable, and then I missed the
Yeah.
last
Dude.
probably 10 minutes.
No, I get it. So I tried to watch The Chair Company. And
What's that?
it's a recently released series that has, I think, Tim Robinson in it. He's the guy who did I Think You Should Leave.
Oh, yeah.
He stars in it, and it's satirical, and it's got what's supposed to be a lot of funny, awkward moments in it, but I was having a hard time like finding the humor instead of
Okay.
just like cringing a bit. So I was watching the chair company, and I ended up falling asleep. And when I woke up, Tim Robinson was still on the screen, but they were calling him Greg instead of whatever his name is in the chair company. And Paul Rudd was there. And I was like, what's happening? And then Tim Robinson pulled a gun on everybody at a party. Like, and this whole thing that happened. And I was like, what?
my
Is this
God.
like an alternate timeline where like way in the past or something? Like, what is this? How does this fit into the series that I'm watching? And then it ended, and I realized that I had gone from the chair company into a movie called Friendship, and only caught the end of Friendship. So like I fell asleep during the chair company, and it auto played Friendship, and I woke up for like the last 15 minutes of it.
Oh my God.
And I was so confused.
That is incredible. Maybe I should stop falling asleep with this TV on, but it's become a comfort. I don't know.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, sometimes it feels right to just lean into it, and then sometimes I'm like, I gotta go to my bed and like, just be in my bed and sleep.
What was it? Okay, so what was the thing that stopped Karen in her tracks? Was it literally the fact that she dies and nobody cares? Oh, also her brother was like, he like did a tribute to his sister, and then he like laughed about it afterwards. Like, yeah, I know she sucks. Like,
yeah, and then she watched his husband Michael be like, I know you're laughing in order to stop crying or something like that. Which I was like, they could have done a little better with that, like that moment, but
yeah,
they got the point across at least. And yeah, that was, I think, her brother. And then seeing Nia's family's house for sale.
Okay,
There's like a for sale sign out, you know.
I think the implication was that Nia had passed away.
Yeah, well, yeah, and though they're actually in the hospital at one point, and they see Nia's mother come out of the room where Nia has just passed away.
Yeah, that's
inconsolable, of course.
I saw that part,
of course, but like,
wonder if I didn't fall asleep for that long.
So there's that. Well, the end is the only part I watched once. I didn't get to the end during the second one because
you watched most of this movie twice.
Yeah,
Erica, you're so dedicated. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. How do you do it?
I have such terrible notes on this one, though.
I mean, me too. My notes stopped around the ghost of Christmas presents, so you're good.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I took more notes, but then I guess I did note that the fizzy pig was what's supposed to be Fezziwigs. That's about it.
Fezziwigs? What?
Yeah. Fezziwig is like the boss they really like. It's in both stories, the original and this one. The fizzy pig is like a bar that she really loved working at, and that was like the great boss.
Yeah, I remember
treated
that.
everyone well.
Yeah, but then she had to twerk on a bar and she lost the competition, and then she
Yeah,
became
that
a
was-
racist because she was beaten
and-
by a black girl.
Yeah, that was a leap. Also,
that
she
was
didn't
kind
have
of
any
a-
moves, so
Yeah, that was weak sauce. She
also
could've
hard
done
to
better.
believe that girl turned into Karen in only 20 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Sorry. Where were we? Lemonade Truly. Okay. Not sponsored, but can be.
I don't know. Give us a call.
Yeah, okay, so I think
I don't remember the original. You said Fezziwig?
it was Fezziwig, I think, and it was like a
Fezziwig.
manufacturing company. And when Scrooge was younger, he worked there, and that's where he learned his work ethic, essentially. And he loved him. He was a great employer. And then for some reason, he grew up to be a whole jerk to his employees. So I don't understand
Right.
how... Whatever. Fizzy Pig, Fezziwig. I think it was Fozzie in the Muppets version. Anyway, as you were.
So she wakes up after Damon leaves, and she goes outside, and a kid is on his skateboard, and I don't know if he's doing like a trick or something, but he ends up. She catches him, and she's like, "I'll give you $300 for your skateboard." Which
Like,
I
you
was
don't
like,
know how
"You
much a
could have offered
skateboard
him $100, but okay." Like
He's like, for this piece of... Sure. He didn't
And
like
then-
it.
he didn't even like it. So yeah, she gives him $300, and he gives her the skateboard, and then she runs next door and gives Nia the skateboard, and she holds it up to give it to her, and apparently there is a somewhat graphic image on the underside
Yeah.
of an anime woman.
Yeah, with large honkers, barely censored.
Yeah.
And then I think the parents see it, but Karen never saw the image on the underside. She didn't know that there's artwork on the bottom of a skateboard.
Well, she
Kind
had
of funny.
She had like pasties on. She had like star pasties, I think, if
Yes.
I'm remembering right.
That sounds right.
So not fully uncovered, but not great for
Not great,
a
but
child.
Nia didn't notice. She's just excited to get a skateboard, so that was sweet. And then
Exactly.
Karen goes. Her redemption arc was literally her just buying everything and giving away tons of money, which. Thank you, very sweet. Thank you for donating to the homeless mothers and the this and the that and the everything.
Oh right,
But-
she goes to the store. Yeah.
Yeah, this only works
Why
if
does she
Karen
go to the
had
grocery
money.
store to donate $5,000? Why wouldn't she just go to the organization? She
seems
knows
like-
where it is. She's been there before.
It seems like such a inconvenient thing to do. Even as
Yeah.
the manager, I'm like, oh my God, this manager, it's like Christmas Day. For one thing, why is the store open? That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But like the manager's like, I am
Asking
stuck
the
here
tough
on Christmas
questions.
Day.
Bridget LaMonica.
It's what I do. It's my calling. So yeah, I just thought like this is actually an imposition. It's very nice that you donated she went from like $20 to like 100, 300, 5,000 and like, whoa, wow. Nobody told you to escalate that quickly, but thank you. Honestly, we can't tell you what to do, and we're just two silly people on a podcast.
I'm drunk,
And I'm truly trying to get there myself. So So Karen's whole redemption arc is just her giving away money to everybody, and that somehow makes it better. She's also like so giddy. It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. It's wonderful. She turns into, obviously Scrooge at the end, but it's so
Yeah.
manic that I feel like people are concerned.
Yeah, they could have done that part in a much more believable way. I agree.
Yeah.
And her like, especially with the neighbor, like she could be like more interested in developing a relationship with them, like with the kid or with the, parents, like whatever. Like I was kind of hoping that she would do something like help them afford medicine for the
Yeah.
kid. You know, like
Or
instead of, I mean,
start
the skateboard's
small.
nice. Don't get me
Start
wrong.
small. Apologize for being so awful.
Even just an apology
Because
would,
they don't know why this woman is suddenly coming at them with a big frickin' grin and a random skateboard with a scantily clad anime girl on it. They do not know why this woman is approaching them. I would be concerned, and I might
especially
be
at
going to
that
my
point.
house.
After
Yeah.
she tried to get you arrested, like,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, Karen. So I did see the ending.
I love how we're like doing a podcast episode about this and we're both confused about what actually happened in the movie.
As we should be. And if you too would like to watch A Christmas Karen, it is available
Total
on
pros
several.
over here.
We do nothing but be professional.
It is on the Roku channel. That's how I watched it.
It's also on Tubi. But like I said, like there were some parts that were funny. Like there were some genuine parts that were funny. I imagine the crew had a fun time making the movie, and I'm not mad at that.
Same. One thing I would love to like have you weigh in on this thing where it's like it really felt like a film that I would have gone to see like me, what's the guy who made it? John something?
John Binkowski.
John Binkowski. Okay.
Lisa Smith was also another director.
And Lisa Smith. Wonderful. Congratulations, Lisa. So like it's like I would have, you know, worked on some commercial or short film with one of them, John or Lisa, and they would have been like, "Hey, I made this film, come to our premiere at the Terra," you know, and I would like go and watch because like I watched a movie at the Terra that a friend made called Christmas with Jerks, and it was cute. It was a cute film, and it was like a fun little Christmas movie, but like it had, you know, it had that same kind of feel to it, and it's like not just because they're both Christmas movies, but there's something about like that independent film level where like I was trying to figure out, I was like, is it maybe the color treatment? Because I feel like movies that we see that have big budgets are so carefully treated with the colors now. It's like everything is very blue, or everything is very like orange and
or it's like a
green
subtle
or
color
like
palette that's really sophisticated. Yeah.
It's like everything's so stylized now when you have a big budget on a film. So like seeing something that isn't really that way might be part of why it has that feel. But you know, then the like kind of painful acting moments where someone's like not that they're like a horrible actor, but or maybe sometimes they are, but like, you know, there's a certain level of like commitment when you're acting, and like certainly level of skill with acting, and then also just like the writing, you know, you have, it's like all those things, you know, a movie is so many things coming together.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It literally takes a village to put a movie together.
Yeah.
No matter what movie you're making. I would say the budget level limits you as far as like hiring a true DIT instead of just a media manager, or hiring a really good editor, a really good colorist, rather than like the DP editing and coloring themselves, which some are very good at, but
naturally when you have a smaller budget, something is going to suffer. And then you were elaborating into how it seems like a lot of people make their budgets and kind of forget about not only post processing, but post for like marketing and film festivals and all the other kinds of promotion that a film can go through.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of costs when it comes to filmmaking, and I have seen that be a common denominator that people make. It maybe it's with their first indie films or whatever. They forget that, you know, it's not just the pre-production and the actual production, because they usually think of the actual production. They're thinking about the cameras and the lights and the actors and the, you know, if they have a SAG contract, all this other stuff. But they forget, like, you need to put that movie together, because you don't have anything truly until it's put together.
Right.
So
that makes sense to me, that would be maybe a bit of an afterthought for somebody who hasn't been through the process before, at least. Yeah, you know,
I can see that. You know, like there's lessons you learn when you first make films. Like my first film that I did by myself for one thing, I didn't realize I could have a crew, so I literally did it myself. I just had people play actors, and I just like had to beg, borrow, and steal my friends to be like characters in my movie. And I was doing sound and camera and directing and editing and everything, and I melted a computer on that project. It was
I thought you were going to say you melted down, but you
no, the computer
melted
did
a physical piece of machinery.
The moment I was exporting this film, this is either early Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro. I was on a, let's say, a homemade computer that somebody had built for me that apparently cheaped out on some parts. While the film was rendering, the computer started smoking and it just died. So
Oh, no.
I went to my premiere, looked at all my actors and people who worked on it, and I said, "Hey guys, my computer kind of died." Luckily, all the footage still existed. I was able to get all that, and I spent basically part of my summer re-editing the project so I could pass that class. So that was a hard lesson to learn. So another point of
Wow.
advice for people: always, always, always have a backup, and please don't wait till the last minute to export your film. For God's sake. Do a backup of your backup, and hand one of your backups to a friend so it's in a secondary location.
Yes. And keep it at least 100 yards away.
Yes, of the disaster zone. Okay, this is our end of year episode, basically. So I am so happy you have been on this journey with me and working on the podcast
Aw.
with me. And I feel like we've learned a lot, and we've been explored a lot, and watched some really questionable movies and watched some surprisingly good movies. And I'm really happy about that.
Oh, that's really funny, but also really sweet. And I honestly, like, I appreciate you so much. And
Oh.
this, I mean, just as a friend, like, you being in my life is so wonderful anyway. Like, I think you are such a fantastic person, but like also on
I
this
love you too.
podcast journey, it's been really, really interesting.
Going into the new year, let's have a little bit of that sweetness. Like, let's have a little bit of that whimsy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Erica, this has been fun. We need to
Yeah.
wrap it up because I don't know if I'm going to edit this
We
before
can't-
Christmas.
Yeah, we can't do another part. This is too much.
This is
already,
too
I
much.
feel
So
like. But I feel like
yeah,
I feel like you probably don't need to cut too much out.
I'm good. It's Christmas special. Take it as you leave it. Make it into a drinking game, if you will. Drink every time Karen has a glass of wine.
And yes, and every time Erica giggles,
Every time Erica, yes, every time
which is
Erica
probably,
giggles.
He'll be very drunk by the end.
Every
very
time
gaily.
Bridget said the word truly, just to try to get some brand sponsorship. It was a few times.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Well, this is fun.
hell yeah.
Looking forward to next year. We're gonna have some more episodes, maybe have some guests. I can't say who all they are, but I have a list in front of me of people who already want to be on the podcast, including a luthier, which is a great word.
It is a great word.
But yeah, we have a lot of people who want to take part in the podcast now, which is very exciting. So, guys, if you want to support us, make sure, for one thing, listen to the whole episode, but share it with your friends. Share our clips that we put on Instagram. It helps, get viewership up. But yeah, tell your friends and suggest movies to us and support your artist friends in your life. I just want to see a little bit of that going around because a lot of our artist friends are dealing with, AI trying to take over their jobs, and nothing can replace the human experience. So if there's one nice thing you can do is buy an actual piece of art from an actual artist. I have nothing to sell. I'm just putting it out there. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next year, next season, with all new movies. Bye-bye.